And I think what Chelsea had, and I think this is going to be like real proving grounds for what appetite that the new owners have, what strategy they have, and how much really are they invested in the club. What they had in Roman is that he really loved the club. He honestly loved the club, and he wanted to see the club succeed. What we're seeing with these American consortiums and owners is that the clubs are one of a couple of other projects, one of a group of other sporting teams that I own, and you see like the which team just won the Super Bowl now?
Just now.
Yeah, is it the LA Lions or something? LA.
Oh yes, it's Kroenke's team.
Kroenke's
the
team.
Rams.
The Rams, yes. Well, he can have success back there, but Arsenal's not. It's not mirrored in terms of what's happening on that side, right? And so his priorities are quite split, and he doesn't have his sole focus on an Arsenal. Maybe he's got more focus on, the Rams with the new stadium that cost $1 billion plus and the screen that costs billions. It's like that's where my heart is, you know. With Roman Abramovich, there was no question. His heart was at Chelsea, developing Chelsea, buying the players, making sure they've got all the infrastructure, the staff, everything was there. It was set in place. Now the test is there because, I mean, on the flip side, the Glazers have not maintained the stadium. The Glazers are taking about 50 mil every other season. That could be what happens to Chelsea, or it could be what is in between, you know? People who are just good enough. But what they had with Roman Abramovich, I don't think you can replicate again. And now it's going to be more demanding, more taxing on what the actual players and the manager can actually give off the field, because it won't be given to them on a platter that here's the best of what's available, go and work.
I don't think you can replicate it, as you say. But I think they may come close, because when we had this conversation, what's going to happen with Chelsea, I think Chelsea are going to continue.
Because they're on a good level already.
And one of the reasons is because I'm not quite sure how entirely true it is, but Roman did turn away this bid initially. And I think one of the things that Roman wanted to be ensured in the sale of Chelsea, he wanted to make sure that the people who buy Chelsea will invest in the stadium, will continue investing in the project. And I think the way that it's set up with the finances is that they've been sold for £4.25 billion, the richest ever for a sports team. And I think part of that fee, like that money, must go into developing the team, and not only the men's first team, but also like the women's team, which we've seen just recently.
Flying, yeah.
They've won their third women's
Super League
in a row. So, and all those things were set up under the ownership of Roman Abramovich. And if he was going to part ways with Chelsea, even though he was ultimately forced to do so, he was going to ensure that whoever is coming in after him gives to the Chelsea fans as much as they've experienced over the last 20 years. And if he was not getting some form of guarantees that was going to happen, he was not going to sell to that consortium. So I think Chelsea fans should be sad, obviously. Man, if I was a Chelsea fan and Roman was like leaving the club, I'd be sad, because you wonder what's it going to look like going forward. But I think they can be confident that their sugar daddy did leave them in somewhat of a good position.